Morning. Morning. Good morning. Good morning. Or whenever you're watching this. I hope you're having a beautiful, beautiful day. Okay. So, this is going to be the last video on the land. Oh my gosh. This is a billion videos, or it's a lot. But the point is, this is going to be like the last one for now, unless, who knows. But I wanted to say this. I wanted to first call out a major correction. I was talking fast, so in the last video, I made a mistake. And I didn't redo it because there were a lot of points that I said that I was like, I feel like I only said it in that video, so I left it. But when I went back and watched, I was like, oh, I made a mistake. So the mistake is I was talking about the scriptures of the Medes, right? If you've been watching the videos, you should know this by now, that one of the reasons for the war is it's not, again, Yah's chosen people got the land. It's that Yahuwah is raising up a spirit of the Medes to judge the West and to judge European nations and to judge, Israelis, which are part of the European nations. Okay, but he's raising up that Iran Mede spirit. So I made a mistake. I said that it was in Isaiah. It's in Isaiah, I think Isaiah 13, but then I think I said Isaiah 51. I just want to come back and clarify that was a mistake. It's not Isaiah. I was just talking fast. It's Jeremiah. So I want to make sure that we understand. It's Jeremiah 51. Jeremiah 51 deals with the scriptures of the Medes, and I'm just going to read them again so I can close the door on that. So if you read Jeremiah 51, actually, you should read Jeremiah 50 and 51. Especially with the United States. Read that. Okay, but Jeremiah 51, it's we start at verse 9 for one of the scriptures. And it says, it says, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go, everyone to his own country. That means everybody's probably going to leave and go back to wherever they came from. For her judgment reaches to heaven and is lifted up to the skies. Yahuwah has revealed our righteousness. Come and let us declare in Zion the work of Yahuwah our God. Okay, now this is it. Verse 11. Make the arrows bright. Gather the shields. Yahuwah has raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes. For why? Why? For his plan is against Babylon to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of the Lord, the vengeance of his temple. Set up a standard on the walls of Babylon. Make the guard strong. Set up the watchmen. Prepare the ambushes, for Yahuwah has both devised and done what he spoke against the inhabitants of Babylon. All right, so again, meditate on when you think about the war in the Middle East. Jeremiah 51 verse 11. Because that's your why. It's starting that spirit. The Lord raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes. That's like the Arabs, Iran. Why? For his plan is against Babylon to destroy it. That's why. So that's a top level reason. I don't care what the pundits are saying. I don't care what politicians say. We want to talk about the top level biblical reason because it will help us determine how we should move. So that's the top level reason. Okay. So, and you can't pray that away. It's coming. Okay. So the next one is Jeremiah 51. And it is starting at 27. And this is interesting. Set up a banner in the land. Blow the trumpet among the nations. Prepare the nations against her. Call the kingdoms together against her. Ararat, I don't know, Manai, or I think maybe it's Manai. And who? Ashkenaz. It's in the Bible, Ashkenaz. Appoint a general against her. Cause the horses to come up like the bristling locust. Prepare against her the nations. With who? With the kings of the Medes, its governors and all its rulers, all the land of his dominion, and the land will tremble in sorrow. Why? For every purpose of the Lord shall be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without inhabitant. That's why. So again, when we're talking about the just go back. There's a lot of reasons for the war, but that's one of the reasons is you can't pray that away. He's raising up a spirit of vengeance in the Arabs And I'm not trying to be racist. That's what it says. And in Iran to be a judgment against the West. But remember, I talked about this in the last video. It doesn't mean that Arabs won't get their judgments, because the Arabs have done a lot against Yah's people. So Yah can still use them, but as a nation, they will still be judged too. So just wanted to call that out. Okay, so I had to do that correction. Okay, so now what do I want to say? How do I want to close this out? This is how I want to close out talking about the land. Okay, you ready? You don't want to be, and I wrote a list. You don't want to be pro-Israel. You don't want to be pro-Palestinian. You want to be pro-Yah. That's it. That's the message. You want to be pro-Yah. You want to be pro-Yah and keep his commandments. You want to be pro-Yah and worship in spirit and truth. Where's my list? You want to be pro-Yah and be pro-mercy and goodness. You want to be pro-wait on his throne. You want to be pro-Yah and be pro-set apart. Are we being pro-Palestinian or pro-Israeli? No, we're being pro-Yah. You want to be pro-Yah and believe in the arm of Yahuwah. You want to, and I'm talking to Palestinians, especially if you black, especially if you Palestinian, and especially if you Israeli or Jewish. Whatever. This is what you want to be in these times. You don't want to be pro-Palestinian, pro-Israeli, pro-Jewish, pro-Middle East. You want to be pro-Yah, and believe on the arm of the Lord. You want to be, this is what a lot of people don't want to do. You want to be care about his people, which is us, right? Okay. You want to be let's all put on the garment of humility. Do I have anything else? This is it. You want to be follow the Lamb wherever he goes. You want to be spread the truth. You want to be work out your salvation with fear and trembling. You want to be get the deliverance is the children's bread. Be pro-deliverance. We want to be all these things instead of being pro-Israeli and pro-Palestinian and all this stuff. And so I do actually want to end on saying a note, because again, I do understand that it's easy to say stuff like that. Let's just keep it real. If I am a black person, it's like, well, Megan, it's easy for you to say that because you're not Palestinian and you're not Israeli. And so you don't have people over there where this maybe impacts you, that are dying. So it's easy for you to sit there and say that. But I just want you to know that's not my heart. At the end of the day, people may not like what I have to say, but I'm just going to share the truth. If you are Palestinian and if you are Israeli, right now, the solution, I'm just keeping it real, is to be pro-Yah. But unfortunately, being pro-Yah may mean you have to be against your own people. I've warned, if you are, I don't know a lot of Palestinians, I think, or Arabs. So if you see this video and you know a whole bunch of Arabs or Palestinians, send this to them, please. Because I actually don't, so I don't know who will watch this. But anyway, what I'm saying is, if you are Palestinian, I'm keeping it real. You want to be pro-Yah, but unfortunately that requires you to make some hard choices. You want to be pro-worship. Sorry. First of all, be pro this Bible. I know. Well, I believe in the Quran, or I believe in all that. Okay, I'm not here to do all that. I'm just here to say, you got to be pro-Yah. You got to be pro-Yah. So practical steps is be pro-Yah, worship in spirit and truth. How does that look? Have faith in Yah. Get to know Yeshua. Call up your people. Call up your people in Palestine. Because y'all know me, I come from a place that a lot of this is happening because we won't repent. So call up your people. Now, if you are pro-Palestine, you have to understand these prophecies are in the word of Yah. Arabs will be judged, but you as an individual can taste and see that Yah is good. You can. Whether you are Palestinian or Israeli or Jewish, you have to start to settle it in your mind. Your people will be judged, but you can get the deliverance. And I know that's hard, but it's just the truth. So how can you practically respond to the war in the Middle East? Fast, pray. Now you already know where I come from. Repent. Ask Yah, who are the people? Repent. Call your people up and say, hey, the war is going on. If they're over there, I want your house to be a banner of a shield with the Lord. But in order to do that, we have to come together and pray and repent. Let us come together. Call your family up and say, let us come together and repent and go before Yah and repent for the sins of ourselves, our nations, and our forefathers. And not just general sin, but also the sins that our people have committed against the true children of Israel. Let us repent so that Yah's hand of judgment can stay, his hand of judgment won't stay upon our home. Even if there's war going around, let us repent. Now our nation won't repent, but if you Palestinian, Arab, or if you are Israeli or Jewish, I'm trying to say you can save yourself. You see what I'm trying to say? You can save yourself by repenting, knowing who the true children of Yasharel are, calling your people, spreading the word, checking your own heart, and praying for the hand of judgment not to touch you or your family. And then call your family up and say, we need to come into agreement for our bloodline and legacy to repent against these specific sins. I'm trying to help. That's what you do. You don't get all caught up in, and I know it's hard. Please don't think that I don't have a heart. I have a heart. I get it. I don't, because I'm not going through it, but you understand I got a heart. I know people are dying, but I'm just trying to keep it real and tell you the truth. You don't want to be pro-Palestinian or pro-Israeli, because as nations, those nations will be judged. You don't want to be in that. For the family members, if anybody watches this video and takes what I say to heed, you don't want you or your family. Now, if you start talking like what I'm telling you to do, your family members, this is another thing I want to say. If you are Palestinian or Israeli or whomever, and you start talking like this, I get it. Get ready to be called crazy. Get ready to be called you've lost your marbles. But guess what? This is what I wanted to say. Anybody that considers these things is not fit for the kingdom. It's going to be hard. It's going to be a narrow way. You have to be, if you are Palestinian or Israeli or Jewish, you have to be a light. First of all, to Jewish people, I know that that's hard, because Jewish people, you have a lot. First of all, you have to ask Yah to help you see that it's not Jewish people. And then you have to mourn the death, because you're giving up what you know or to believe is your culture. And that's hard. I have empathy. I understand that. It's not the Palestinians. They don't think they don't think they're giving up their culture, because nobody's telling them that they're the people. But Jewish people, that's the case. So they have to mourn giving up what they believe is their culture to go and serve the living God and cling to the true people. That is not easy. And I'm here to tell you, most won't do it. But there could be a remnant that who will watch this message. So if you are pro-Palestinian, if you are Palestinian, Arab, whatever, or Israeli, you want to focus on maybe being the light in your own families, to tell them the truth about these scriptures, to cling to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You want to be a Rahab in your situation. You understand? That's what you want to do. That's the solutions. It's not hearing the noise of the nations. It's not hearing the noise of politics. It's not hearing the noise of all this It's not. I understand that there are real consequences, but I'm trying to tell you to be pro Yah. I'm trying to say be pro Yah. That's what you want to do. That's the conclusion to the land series. Let us all be pro Yah. But I'm talking to Palestinians and Israelis, because those are the communities that are specifically going through that. If you Black, I don't want to say don't get involved, but just you want to stay out and just be pro Yah. If you Palestinian, be pro Yah. If you Israeli, be pro Yah. Be pro worship him in truth. Be pro set apart. Like I said, be pro, if you're Palestinian or Israeli, be pro remnant. That's a good one. Be pro remnant. Be pro understanding you may have to be ostracized and give up what you think is your culture for the sake of the kingdom. But it's a good thing. And it's a good thing to trust in the Lord. So that, oh, that's it. Bye-bye.